All right, what's going on, folks? I think I'm live now. All right, happy Wednesday. Today is December 10th, 2025, post FOMC. Had your boy Jerome Powell up there. Let's kind of talk about the market really real fast. First and foremost, I'm working on 3 red days in a row. I just can't get any traction. I guess I'll go over that first. Ended up cutting this RR. Just it didn't close the way I wanted it to close. It did what I wanted. What I was looking for was I wanted to either it break this candle high, what was the prior day candle high, or if we got a gap down and went red to green, I was willing to take that. We did get a move up to like 450 or so, and then it got stuffed and reversed, right? And it didn't hit my stop, which was low of day. Um, which was down here at the time. I want to say probably like around like 412. But again, I didn't have any cushion to swing it, so I cut that, and I finished red on the day. But I've been able to keep my losses, relatively small. A little frustrating, but that's all part of trading. It is what it is. But I thought this looked good, and it may set up again. It might just need a little more time. But let's just talk about the market. Market absolutely ripped off of Jay Powell and everyone knowing that we had. Oh, before I say that, I ended up cutting my Zcash as well. I bought this at 341. I had an alert set at a spot, and I was like, if it breaks it, I'm out. Yeah, I think it was right here. This is my spot to sell it at. I kind of just gave it a little bit more room, right? It was kind of like similar to this. Like it broke this downtrend, and I went long, and I put a stop down here, and it broke this uptrend, and I put a stop right here. And I was like, if it breaks this, I'm out, and it did, and I'm out. It is what it is. But it was a nice little trade. I'm trying to get into trading crypto a little bit. Um, but yeah, go back to the market real fast. So on SPY, right, we're very, very, very close to all-time highs. Right here is your all-time highs. We're damn near about 0.5% away or so. And I mentioned, we could, just ping pong around in here until we get that FMLC information. And we kind of just tap and undercut the EMA nines today, right here. Got brought up right on a bullish engulfing candle. What do we do? Do we just take breakouts above here? I don't know. I mean, I tried to take a breakout today. It didn't work. But it is what it is. Like IWM, it did do well, but like some of the small cap stocks, I don't know. I didn't really see them performing in the way I thought. But let's go take a look real fast at QQQ. Very similar. No, this no came back, tapped the EMA nine, got brought up. No, pretty much just still sitting here in this bearish gap, right? Can't really get over this right now, right? Need a little more sideways action, maybe to take out some of these orders that's up here, right before you get that breaking and some wave higher. One of the interesting thing is that look at some of the mag stocks. A lot of them don't really look that good. I mean, you have this no, this AMD here. I mean, some would say this looks like it's kind of bear flagging, right? At the same time, it did come back to this gap, kind of undercut. So maybe it kind of fakes bear flags out, right? Puts in another higher low, establishes something like that, and then turns higher. But really, we just haven't seen a lot of participation in some of your big stocks, right? So if the market's going to get moving, you'll like to see these get moving. You got your Nvidia right here. All right, same sort of scenario, right? Is this a bear flag? Is this bear flagging right now, right? Or do we get a fake breakdown, kind of establishing another higher low, and then continue up? But time would tell. But looking at that, it just doesn't look that good. We look at Microsoft real fast, right? Same sort of thing, right below the MA9 to 20, 100-day and the 50. Now this Palantir, I said I was looking at this for a short. Then they had some news that came out. I'm still willing to probably take this short. I mean, this is a pretty steep move up. Honestly, I think this is. I mean, you look at the verticality of that move; it's about a 50% incline. I'm not saying I trade degrees or like angles or anything, but it's pretty steep, right? That's pretty steep. Kind of almost poked up into this candle here, which is at 190.58. The high today was 190.39. So, but I don't really see a short setup here. I mean, it is kind of just ripping, but for a short setup for me, I wanted to see it go back to the 50. Didn't get that. So, Looking at Google, I think Google's one of the stocks I say, keep an eye on. I don't know if anyone had a chance to kind of slap this, but you kind of had this nice little pullback to the EMA 20. Got that break above 317. Got some continuation with a $3 move or so. So that looks pretty good as well. That looks pretty good. For continuation maybe. I don't know why people are trying to buy this Eli Lilly. I guess they're looking for a pivot maybe, but it's almost like trying to short it this whole way up, and now you're trying to buy it this whole way back down. I don't know. It hasn't really set up. I don't know. It just hasn't set up to me, honestly. Meta. I don't know what Zuck said. Zuck said some shit. Kind of gap down. Now we're kind of just penciling between the EMA 9 and the 20. You kind of see right here we kind of traded sideways up to 50 and the 200 day gap down. Right, got a little continuation doji candle right now. Microsoft, I think we talked about Microsoft already. This Netflix is absolutely getting obliterated. This thing could probably sell off. I don't know. This thing is just there's no bid here. I was talking about it here, and I was going back and forth. Some guy was talking about shorting it maybe on this day here. I think this Monday, and I was like, man, the move really is right here. Like, look for it to pop back into the EMAs, right? You get a nice leg down, right? Kind of see it from that perspective. Like if I take this, right, that's almost your measure move, from that leg down. But yeah, I don't know. Nothing. Technically it's not a buy, right? But yeah, not too much. Let's go take a look at Apple real fast. Go looking at Apple. I think it's still sitting here at the top of this range. I'm not 100% sure. Yeah, still sitting here at this top of this range, trading sideways. 3 inside days for the most part. I don't trade Apple. I own it a long time. I'm thinking about, man, I want to sell cover calls against it. Just can't figure out. No, I don't want to get called away fucking this year, so I need to figure out something for next year. All right, go look real quick at Bitcoin. No, I spoke about Bitcoin. This still has a bear flag look to it. We had that continuation. We're still below some of the key moving average, and I said it. There's a lot of areas for this to roll over again. We're not really fully out of the woodworks, to see how the market performed today, and it's kind of sold off. I don't know. Has a little disconnect right now from like the move up and the move down. From what I would think would happen with Bitcoin if we're so risk on and everyone's so happy about what's going on in the market. But yeah, let's take a look at some things. Cypher mining, kind of pulled back. Probably washed out a lot of traders here. It was right here at the 50 and the 20. I don't know. Might need to probably undercut a little bit. I gotta wait and see. This GEV. You know what's crazy about this GEV? And I didn't trade it, but this breakout, and then it reversed all day long. And it was funny because I looked at it on the 1 minute, and I drew this out, and I didn't take it. But look at this. Is it still here? Yeah. Look at that. It was just a straight downtrend. And what we did was we kind of just undercut it to open just a little bit right here, and literally just got brought up and ripped to back to highs, all the way back to high. That's crazy. And that's the thing, it's not a situation where you buy a shit ton of shares, but again, I would, if you can see this reversal happen, you know what, I'm in here at 684, right? Say if you just get in here at 684, so if you buy 10 shares, right, what you risking? $50. Look at that move from here, right? Say if you bought this breakout, look at that move all the way up to here. It's $380 on 10 shares. That's crazy. That's crazy. I don't know. Maybe I should have had a fucking alert. I think, and I can set alerts, on a let me see if I could change this on a 5. Put this on a 5 minute. See how that would have looked on a 5 minute. Damn. Yeah, it was just straight down, bro. Just straight down, right? Respecting that trend line, then you just get that engulfing type of look. Damn. Yeah, that was a pretty nice move. I wish I'd have been able to watch that. It's fucking meetings all day. I got a meeting at 9:30, and then it was a meeting at 10, then 11, then 12:30, and then 1 to 3. I'm like, what the fuck? I didn't have to speak on those meetings, but man, those shits get annoying. I don't even hold you. Those get pretty annoying. But yeah, Um, again, let's go back to the daily chart real fast. Um, why is the 30-second up here? I don't fucking use the 30-second. Come on, I'm not that much of a DJ. Um, all right. Continuing going. Irene. Like I said, it looked like BE a little bit. I was thinking like this looked like BE. BE, I think it was. Yeah, Bloom Energy. I was like, man, it got that same look, and that same look that BE had. This didn't really work out. I think I had it here. Then again, it popped up into this 118, 119 spot I talked about that I had shorted it back here before. It got a nice move. Kind of stalled out, on Monday there, and it's just straight melting down, um, all the way down now. I think this is kind of moving with Oracle as well. There was another one I was talking about, ASTS. Let me go to it. ASTS. Now this is one I want to. That's not it. ASTS. This is one I want to keep on watch. I think it probably needs to set up above the zone that I had. And like and I kind of just broke through here, so I'm gonna keep it just to be mindful of it. But you kind of see how it's kind of stalling there, and I think it stalled there a little bit throughout the day as well. Right, kind of had a little stall action there. Right, I mean, damn, there it came back and tested it almost to the same. Oh, yeah, it's that about that 750 spot, because I talked about the 750 spot being a little difficult, acting like a turd up in here. You kind of see it there. But yeah, and then you just had that great breakout. That's a great breakout. So yeah, so I think this is a stock you probably want to keep on watch for a pullback. It probably was a hit today, honestly. Yeah, it looked like it was a hit today. Um, but yeah, I mean, stocks just absolutely rip. I've been talking about VSAT for a while. I just don't pay it enough attention, honestly. And when I look at the chart, just like man, I don't know. It's just not as clean as I want. I don't know. I just haven't really found a way to get into it. What else is out here, folks? Let's go up here to that RR pissed me off. Um, you had like the SanDisk. All right, this got a much better look to it. Um, Now this doesn't look bad. This doesn't look bad. I can see this. I probably me personally like I like to kind of want to see things build out a little bit more. Not really a breakout guy. I like low risk entries. So maybe if you want to pull back a little bit, and it maybe get bought up, but it can easily go tomorrow. Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised. Keep it going, keep it going, keep it going. No, like I said, I wasn't able to find a lot of stocks I was liking. I said I had to do a deep scan. Like here was my deep scan list. Fucking PL is up 20%. God damn, I had earnings, so it's kind of hard for me to jump in something already. I don't have a cushion into earnings, but I mean that's a nice move. I know some folks that are in that. Congrats on that one. AMTM, you know, yeah, this one still look good. This AMPX, man. I thought this, I read all these fucking notes on it, and this shit's just acting like a turd. This thing might just pull back really aggressive. And I don't know. Maybe I'll check back here at the 100, see how that looks, and now I can maybe rest down to like right under 9 or so. But this doesn't. I don't know. It doesn't really have that good of a look now. The way I wanted to for it to build out. And that's the thing with with stocks. They're going to do what they're going to do. Your job is to kind of figure out, where's that at. And this is the move that I'm kind of upset at. Right, nice break over this candle high. Got day 2 continuation. Yeah, I mean it's A&F. This thing moved in the past. History doesn't always rhyme, but it does repeat. Where's Frog at? I don't have Frog on this list. I think Frog probably made a new all-time high. This is J Frog. So J Frog, what did you do today? J Frog perked up a little bit, faded off a little bit. All right. This could potentially be a little reversal candle. Why is this candle red? I don't want that to be red. open at 60. So closed high. So this candle should be green. Is it because it's less than this candle? Yeah, that's what it is. The volume decreased. Okay, but yeah, now, I mean, this is, I wouldn't mind, this setting up a little bit. That's got a little look to it. But yeah, what else is out there? Let me go back to my master watch list real fast. And I think everyone should have a master watch list, like something like you have like everything in there. I wouldn't say it's everything, but you throw some shit in there like this chime. This was hot. I know some people had slapped this. That's really hot. It looks really good. Definitely over today. Like, and that's the thing. Like, damn, there it is right there. All right, I think I already had it marked out. Um, that's a breakout. All right, right over that candle's high. Sitting here and it's holding at the 100-day and break over 24 all the way up to 26. There's another stock. Someone, what is it? WRBY. I never even heard of this stock, but no good trader took this stock. And golly, this motherfucker here. I mean, this thing looks shit. That's just amazing. But yeah, these are just some of my miscellaneous stocks. Don't really have a bucket for them. I'm pretty sure I can find one. Just haven't had the time to actually go through them all. Let's see here. Let's see what some of these did. What my sweet green doing? I'm a long-term buyer in this. I don't know. I think this stock is worth more than $7, but we'll see. That's the thing. Like, I don't know. Like, I thought this would have been a stock that went with IWM perking up and making new all-time highs. But I mean, this finally broke out. All right, you go look at this on a monthly chart. And this thing it's finally breaking out. It's finally breaking out to new all-time highs on the monthly chart. Took it a while, right? Thing is, we're gonna close above here is the question. All right, the last time it kind of hit here. Well, it kind of tapped it a few times. Actually closed above it right here. We'll see. Yeah. This Twilio, I talked about the Twilio. That did really well today as well. Up 4%, $5 today. I thought this was a nice little hit, right above this candle here. Probably have to use a little day stop. But yeah, this is a nice move, and it presented you a nice move for a risk reward back up to here. That's the main thing, right? Where can you get in at, and how much could you risk? Like if you were risking down to here, right? You're risking $6. And you're not getting a 2-to-1. You have to probably use this right here. To get that 2-to-1 risk to reward type of thing. All right, but it is back up here into this bear gap. I'm probably gonna do this with that. Only like that much left on it, right? Yeah. That probably fucked me up with thinking about taking this trade. But that's really how much is left on that bear gap. Yeah. Damn. Alright, yo, PL is booming. But yeah, we'll see what happens. I talked about this SC, this potentially being a bear flag. Alright, look like we're running out of some. Golly. Fucking computer, man. Time I turn around, this thing just fucking lags. I talked about this little bear flag. I know this is not 134 post market, so come on, fix it. That was a nice little bear flag continuation. Um, oh, to the fit, to the 100, fade down. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, don't really have too much else to say about the market right now. It was just weird because like I would think, well, it looks like some of the those stocks, but like I don't know, I thought this would have probably went today. FSLR, I was talking about this. This would be a mover on FMLC, like on that rate cut, and you got 3.5% move today. And some of these things is one of those situations like just got to get in and kind of hope that J Powell and they don't take the market, but nice little move. I'm pretty sure people probably played that today. But yeah, that's really all I got to say right now. So like, really, what's my thoughts on the market overall? I think you kind of remain bullish and look for opportunities to the upside for things that are potentially pulling back. I think they kind of just gaslighted it by the action today. We had a little shallow pullback in November, got brought up, right? I don't know if you remember me saying that, but like, I was saying, I don't know, like thinking about it like this way, you know, um, you had this nasty ass candle, right? People say, what, I'm done with the market right now. I'll check back after the holidays. They come back after the holidays, they're back above not only the right, not only are we back above um, what was the holiday? This right here, right? You come back that following Monday. Not only are we back above that candle, we're back above all the moving averages as well, right? And then we had this 4 day sideways action, and then we kind of get a bullish engulfing candle. So the chase is back on, right? And that's the thing with trading. You got to be able to navigate the markets, right? Navigate the markets. Figure out the direction and not be stuck being a bull or bear. If you want to be able to trade either direction. So open. Yeah, like this is what I thought would have went today, and that's why I'm saying like it's a little weird out there because like IWM was ripping, but like, you would think a stock like this would do well, right? Like just think about it, like it triggers, like you got kind of like, let me see, yeah, I mean you kind of got like this little look right here, and then it breaks over this candle's high, which is about 753. You're starting to get a move, and then it gets stuffed right here and finishes out the lows. And that's the same thing that happened with me on Rich Tech Robotics, where I got stuffed on the move up, and I took it over at the red to green spot right here, and this I was getting the move. And I was like, all right, I'm up I think it was up like 2-3% on the position, and literally just faded the entire move back. My stop was low of day, but I'm not going to swing something if I don't have a cushion. So I ended up just cutting it for a loss. But I just seen that, across a few stocks that you would think were going to be opportunities today. But yeah, let's wait and see how they look at the market tomorrow, right? Do they come in aggressively and try to sell this back down, or do we just sit here and trade sideways for some more? I mean, what's next that can really move the market, right? Okay, we got AVGO tomorrow night. Well, we got AVGL tomorrow. You got continuous job claims at 8:30. Some auctions, I don't really care about those. 30-year bond auction at 1 o'clock. So, yeah. So, be mindful of that. I'll say that. Be mindful of the 30-year bond auction. All right, that shit probably moves the market. So that happens at 1 o'clock. So you gotta keep that in mind. But yeah, I mean, looking here, let's just go look at like an hourly. Like, what do we really have here? Yeah, man, that PL, bro. That shit was, yeah, that's nuts. Guy, TSDR, he's in that. Now I talked about this like little bear flag at the end of the day yesterday. And we just chopped it out. We just ripped right through that trend line, take that shit off. Kind of just ripped right through here. We just ripped through everything. Jesus Christ. Um, yeah, I mean, really no trend here. I mean, we already had the trend up. I mean, we're gonna need a pullback to make sure like there's still some buyers here for another higher low. I don't know if you remember like the last time I talked about a higher low. It was really like the first sequence of this move, and I think it's actually when I went long on I went long on Tesla um, at 411. Had a nice little move on that. I think it was where is it at? Where is it at? Yo, this shit's moving crazy slow. What I got open? I don't even got shit open. You go to force quit. Alright, let me close this Discord. I know Discord be fucking killing my shit. I'm trying to think, when did I call that out? It had to be either this candle here, like this 656 I called out, and it broke that high. What was this? Yeah, it had to be somewhere around. I know what to do. Cause I know the day I traded Tesla. So let me go to Tesla. What I think about BBAI? I mean, I got shares in BBAI, and I sold the. Hold on. Let me go to my portfolio. Yeah, I got shares in BBAI. Um, so what day was that? It was this day that I brought it. So that was on Tuesday. I had bought Tesla on 11. Fuck was it? 11. So that's 11:25. All right, 11:25. Yeah, I bought BBAI after I put it in my Substack. Um, my cost basis is 712, but I sold the $12 calls for June. Um, I sold the $12 calls for June, and I'm up about how much am I up on these? Hold on, I'm up 40% on those covered calls I sold. So I said it was 11:25. So yeah, this higher low right here on 11:25. I think that was the day I was kind of saying we're putting in a higher low, and then we kind of broke over that previous day high, like right there. That was the op. You got the 7 hour calls for 2028. Yeah, I mean those probably work, yo. I mean I like the company. I did my research. I mean they are burning some cash. I mean I haven't even looked at the stock because I just know I don't really care. Um, I mean, they still got some things to prove though. So I mean, that narrative can flip really. But I know people. There's a lot of chatter about this stock chart. I can say that. So people are looking at this. They're trying to figure out what kind of move this can potentially make. Like something someone does. I don't really do this, but like they talk about like how shallow of the moves. Right, you had a 76% pullback, right, and then you had a 40% pullback, right? 40% pullback. So the pullbacks are like getting a little more shallow. But yeah, I mean, I sold the $12 call, so I hope they expire worthless. But if I get caught away at $12 from $7, I already did the math. I think it's like an 80% gain or something like that. Whatever I put in my Substack. Um, like this Kratos. I remember I was looking at this. Not really there. My Moderna. I'm still in Moderna. I tell you that. I think this stock is worth more. I think it's a buyout candidate, honestly. I mean, look at it. Like, it's just basing. Like, it had a little pop over here, faded all the way up to 35, and literally just been holding like this 23 to 30 pocket for since like April. I got in somewhere around here. I think I got in like right around this gap down. Somewhere around here, I think I got in. I can't remember where. It was somewhere low around here. I just been slowly buying. Let's go look at the weekly. Yeah, I mean this stock it's not going down right now, right? It's not going down, it's not going up, it's just trading sideways. It's giving it's giving accumulation type of pattern to me. And that's what it's giving to me. Indication, I think that's the word I was trying to say. Where's my water? I'm fucking thirsty. But yeah. Yeah, man, that's really about it, man. Any stocks you watching? My boy, Grizz. Yo, Grizz, man, I don't know if you play games anymore, man. I had downloaded Arc Raider. I haven't played it, though. I think I'm lying. I played it like twice. But yeah, that Arc Raider, man, it's giving me SOCOM vibes. It's third person too. Yeah, but that's really about it. You know, the thing is like that's what it is. This mRNA, and I mean I know it's a different stock, but it kind of reminds me of this SE. I want to see it's back down here. Yeah, it's like right down here. I don't know. It kind of reminds me of that. But this traded sideways only for, not. I mean, that's not bad. I don't know. It kind of got this look to it. It's traded sideways for 189 days. Alexa, how many months is 189 days?
189 days is 6 months and 6
Yeah,
days.
it's trade about 6 months sideways type of thing. You on Battlefield? Yeah, I got Battlefield, man. I don't know. I was playing them small ass maps. I was getting smoked, but I might have to holler at you if you're on that joint. I don't know what your gamer tag is about, but I'll hit you up. I'm trying to get back into video games, man. I need something to do after I get done with this market shit, cause I don't be having shit to do. I be like, the fuck. My fucking PS5 been collecting dust. I'm like, yo, did I really stop playing video games? I know I haven't, but it felt that way. Yeah, look at this CarMax. I'm up like 35% on this. I bought it down here. That's a nice move. Fucking CarMax. Who would have ever thought it? Buy a shitter and you get a move like that. I did sell cover calls on Path today, or no, yesterday at the open. I sold the 20s on this. So if they want to take away some of my shares, they're gonna have to pay me as well. I sold the 20s for February on these. Actually got a nice little, probably up a little bit on those contracts. I haven't checked them. But yeah, man, that's really about it. You still got Carvana going crazy. Yeah, man, that's really about it. I don't know. I just gotta see what the fuck tomorrow brings, right? See how they digest this move. See if they sell it off and buy it back up, or do they just kind of just sell it off. But I think the line in the sand really is going to be pretty much today's lows. You don't want to see us lose today's lows. If we do, I mean, it's a good chance we pull back a little bit more aggressively. I think that's like your line in the sand right now. It's like 681. Yeah. All right, man. I'll let y'all. Peace. God bless. Did I cover Oracle? Hold on, my bad. Hold on. You will stop your. Not yet. Oh, Oracle. So Oracle had reported earnings. I know some people have been trying to trade this. I mean, it's one of those just undercut rally type of things. Like you kind of see it kind of undercuts this gap. Like if I take off this gap, really, um, then I think it's really getting smoked. Like you take this gap right here, like it just it undercutted this gap right here, and then rally back up. But it's one of those things where I say like, man, you can try to be a hero and be like, oh, we're moving back up. At the same time, it kind of looks like a bear flag. I mean, that's what it looks like. Definitely after this big ass move down, like it looks like a bear flag. Um, I'm not a fan of buying this stock long term. I think it's overvalued here. If I wanted to buy it, I think it's like damn near cut in half. But yeah, they had earnings. Like if you want to be like a buyer here, I think like $80, 80 $90, and that's an aggressive pullback. So maybe like yeah like 100 or something. But yeah, I mean 80 would be good. Yeah, I mean had their earnings and looked like they tanked a little bit. But then the market was already front running that move, so they already jumped in front of it. But it was weird that when it had this move back here, I thought this move was bullshit. Like even like it, cause I remember listening to their earnings call, and like you can hear like how they were talking. I'm like, yo, they sound like some fucking frauds. They're like, we got endless amount of AI backlog and things coming in. I'm like, this shit sounds like some bullshit. It just I don't know. It didn't sound authentic, and looks like they're fucking them over. Um, Let me see here. Like, how would I would trade this? So I don't really take trades after hour. I think it's gambling. Um, Let me see. Did it give you an opportunity? Doesn't look like it. Yo, my computer, yo. Jesus Christ. Looked like it gave a little opportunity, maybe around here, but you had to go in like a lower time frame. Probably like a 2 minute. Might have had like a little bear flag. Hey, there you go. There you go. Right there. That's the setup I trade. I trade that all fucking day. Hey, this to happen. If this happens during regular hour sessions, I would take this trade right here, right into the EMAs. Why? Because it's a good trade. That thing's getting fucking obliterated. Let me see. Where's my short? Right. So say if you got short right here. Where's your stop? Your stops right here. That candle high. It's only not really actually. This might be one of those things you gotta take and use even a tighter stop. Oh, no. Stops right here. Yeah, I don't know. Probably had to be one where like you use that candle high as your stop. Like so, like say if it triggers right here, that's where you take it at, and just use the candle that you got in on as the as your stop, right? Because that gives you a 2 to 1 risk to reward. Back to these lows, right? And the reason why I say that is because look, when it got back to those lows, that's kind of like where it stalled out at a little bit, and that's where what the fuck is all this extra shit? And that's where you would kind of like second guess, like man, this thing isn't like what is it doing? It's just trading sideways. What is it doing? Right? That's why like that's your target. But if you used if you use this candle's high, you know, let's say like this is where it invalidates. It's you're risking $3 to capture 5.5. It's not. It's a 1.68 risk reward. It's not. I mean, you can't. It's not like you can't take it, but if you're having a 1.6, risk to reward, your win rate has to be a little bit higher. So you just gotta keep that in mind. But yeah, yeah. Just thing just broke down. It's fucking obliterated. Jesus Christ. You know, and this is probably going to drag down some of the other stocks like BE. Right, BE's probably getting nasty after hours too on it. Yeah, BE's getting a little nasty after hours action. But yeah, man. That's about it for me, man. I ain't really got much else to talk about. Again, I think we just wait till tomorrow, see what happens, see how the market digests this information, um, and we go from there. All right, folks. Peace. God bless.